Hello Nanaimo, it's Shanon Kelley with parkbench.com and Royal LePage Real Estate. I am here at this very interesting home at 102 Piper Crescent in Nanaimo with the terrific Darren Hill of DH Contracting, General Contractors. Did I get that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Sweet. Today we are just taking a look at this home because Darren's taking a look at it for clients of mine to see if maybe we can make it into the grand dam that it used to be. And I had the fortune of saying, hey, would you let me interview you? And he said yes. So tell me a little bit about your company.
So my company, I was actually born in Nanaimo, which is a rarity in this day and age. Most people that live in Nanaimo are transplants. But yeah, I was born here and lived here pretty well all my life. Then I ended up going away. I was actually going to school down in the States for a couple of years. I was down there on a golf scholarship, had really kind of took this area of where I lived for granted, and when I came back I just didn't want to leave, and kind of changed into a couple of different things. I was in the banking industry for a couple of years. Some of my friends, their parents owned restaurants, so I was in the food and beverage industry for a while. And then yeah, one day when I was sitting you know, at the end of the day kind of cashing out checks when I was working at the bank, I was kind of like, I didn't really want to be inside anymore, so I started thinking about maybe doing something outside. So kind of started in like landscaping and smaller renovation stuff just for family and friends, and then through a mutual connection I was introduced to someone that had a window and siding company. That was about 14-15 years ago. I started working with him, and he kind of like showed me a few things, and really saw that I took a real shining and knack to the trade. And from there we actually grew a company. We had about 8 employees. We became business partners. He ended up going into a sales role a number of years later. I stayed on the tools and kind of downsized and just kind of honed my craft in doing a very meticulous, detailed work.
Right.
And then from there, kind of just been primarily focusing on renovation work, and that's my passion, is taking something that's, you know, old and, you know, maybe a little bit outdated, and kind of, you know, peeling back the layers of character and bringing it to life again. And I really like to see the transformation of something old that, you know, is brought up into the modern era. And yeah, I just love what I do. Something that separates me from other contractors is I'm very hands-on and involved with the project. So I actually do a lot of the work myself.
Nice.
And then my crew is there to assist me when I need the extra helping hand. I'm very, you know, a small-scale renovation company here in Nanaimo. And my specialty is renovations. I do a little bit of new construction. I'm not a particular, like, quote-unquote licensed builder, but I have over 20,000 hours in the trade.
Wow.
And I've got a very long list of happy and satisfied clients. And yeah, I'm just happy with what I do, and clients are happy with the result. So my motto is always that if you have a dream, we can build it. And there's a lot of people that have dreams, and I like to bring that to fruition. So
That's awesome. You actually answered most of my questions before I even asked them. So well done. Good work on the mind reading.
yeah.
You, I guess, are booking out in advance, yeah?
Yeah. Typically, it's sometimes seasonal in this industry. However, with myself, I'm usually booked pretty solid, a couple of months in advance. I'm just finishing up 2 fairly extensive projects. One was a new construction garage addition for a client of mine. The other one is a phase 2 of a phase 3 project that was a fairly extensive renovation on a 1950s home. Basically taking a lot of the exterior features of it and bringing it to new current taste and standards. Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah, so typically I'm, you know, a couple months out, but being that the situation I'm in right now, finishing up those 2 projects, you know, I've got I've got a little bit of more leeway in terms of fitting smaller jobs in. But you know, in bigger projects, yeah, usually, you know, 2 to 3 months out would be recommended.
Totally, and I get that. There's always a need for good contractors anywhere you go, always. The good ones are always booked. But I love the fact that yesterday I called Darren to say, hey, could you come take a quick look at a wall? He got back to me same day. We're here 1 day later, and that just blew my mind. You don't see that every day with contractors, so thank you for that.
Yeah, my pleasure.
And take it that's just sort of your MO and the way you operate your business.
Absolutely. Part of that too is I belong to a networking group in Nanaimo. I get probably 80% of my business through that group. It's just a referral-based word-of-mouth group of other professionals that have small businesses in Nanaimo. And you know, when someone asks, hey, can you go do this for me? Or hey, can you give me a quote on this? Each person in that group are very quick to help out and do that, and that's kind of like the motto where I met yourself at this networking group. So yeah, that's kind of the way I like to run my business, is try to customer service and satisfaction and
integrity. It's awesome.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like the general public to know about you before we wrap up today?
No, I guess the only thing I'd like to add is if you're looking for that contractor that has an eye for detail and quality, that usually thinks a little bit more outside the box, and if you've got a dream, we can build it. So
nice.
Thanks.
I love that. Darren Hill, DH Contracting, all his information will be right here on the site, phone number, website, all the good stuff, so you can find him. Again, I'm Shanon Kelley with Park Bench Nanaimo, as well as Royal LePage. If you have any real estate needs, don't hesitate to contact me. And if you need to get those real estate dreams turned into reality, call Darren. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
All right.